these women are trying to put out in the world now. Listen to this.
And how that statement is sexual abuse, right? I'm going to explain that. But if a girl has expressed that she doesn't want to have sex for the sake of having sex and she wants to have sex, with only with someone that she's chatting to or something like that, but you're not interested in chatting to her, but then you go ahead and chat to her just for the sole purpose of having sex with her, knowing that when you have sex with her, you're going to dip. That's manipulation. And when you manipulate someone into having sex with you, that is coercion. And coercion is sexual abuse. Do you understand?
Okay, so let's look at the definition of coercion. Coercion, the statutory definition of coercion is fairly uniform among the states. The use of intimidation or threats or force or or force, forcing someone to do something that they have a legal right to do or not to do. So what she said was just wrong. Like, ladies, cut this out. If you are a consenting adult and you ask a woman to sleep with you and the woman says yes, even though you do not plan on committing to this woman, but she says yes, she's not forced to do it. She does it simply because she wants to do it. Whether the man is going to commit to her or not is not her being forced to do it. Now, if he lies to her, that's one thing, okay? But coercion, she is not being coerced, okay? Now, she may be manipulated, that's one thing. But manipulating somebody to have sex with you can be, there's different levels of manipulation. There's legal and there's illegal. You can tell a woman anything. You can tell her that you're going to take her to, Broadway if she had sex with you. She has sex with you, you don't take her to Broadway. That's not illegal. Okay, ladies, cut this out. If a man doesn't date you after you and him legally go and sleep with each other, then he did not commit a crime. This woman is trying to say that a man is committing a crime because she's manipulated. Well, how does she
Is
say?
coercion.
No, it's not. It's not
That's
coercion.
manipulation. And when you manipulate someone into having sex with you, that is coercion.
That is not coercion. That is a lie, young lady. 100%. I just read what coercion is. You have to intimidate or threaten someone for you to coerce them. Okay? If somebody is in line at the store or something like that, and you walk up to them and you threaten to beat them up in order for them to buy you some cupcakes, and they buy you cupcakes because they were threatened, that is coercion. Okay? So this woman is crazy, and I'm tired of women spreading falsities because you're in your feelings.
And coercion is sexual abuse. Do you understand?
No, it's
because
not.
when she told you that she doesn't want to have sex for the sake of having sex the same way you do, if that's all you wanted from her, you should have just left it. You shouldn't have gone and manipulated.
Nope, because sometimes things don't work out that way. Yeah, cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. So this lady's like, she didn't want to date you. You didn't want to date her. You should have just left it at that. No, you can tell a woman, hey, I'll date you if you sleep with me, and if you decide, if you decide that, hey, this is a bad deal, like I do not want to date her, I don't want to have sex with her again, I'm leaving. That is not a crime because women do that all the time. Listen, women go all the way as far as getting a ring. Women actually go and will have a man spend 20 grand or more and buy her a ring, and then she will keep the ring and break off the wedding. Women are doing that now. Like, I'm not marrying you. Yeah, one girl on Kevin Samuels, he did that twice. There was one girl on court, she did that to two different guys and didn't expect the guys to show up, and both of them showed up in court against the woman. and the woman was still wearing the last ring from the last guy. And the judge and the judge was like, "Hey, is that the ring right there?" She was like, "Yeah." Judge, the female judge, female said, "Give me that ring." She was like, "Go ahead and give it to that guy right here," and it was his grandmother's ring. So what the girl did, what's the title for the Kevin Samuels video? I don't know which one it was, but it was the last one I just saw. So it was the last one I just saw. So and the girl is a black girl, who was the one who took who had two engagements. I don't know if she kept the ring, but the one that was facing the judge was a white woman, and she did it to a guy who was like, I don't know, some parts of Africa, and a white dude. And the white dude was the last guy. And what had happened with him is what she did was she was getting ready to get married to him, right? So she already had this planned out. So at the bachelorette party, and no, at the bachelor party. She's at the bachelor party, her friends are there, yada yada yada. She goes out to the swimming pool and starts making out with his friend and one of her friends right there in front of everyone. So what she was doing, now this is manipulation. She knew that it was going to get back to him, and or he was going to see it, and the latter happened. He saw it, and of course he went off, and she was like, "Oh, we're just making out, yada yada yada." So he went off. You're like, "I'm about to marry this, woman." Like, no, I'm not doing that. And then she's like, "Well, I'm not giving you back your ring," and fly away, birdie. He's like, "Nah, something's not right about this. Like, you did that way too easy," and found out that she did the same thing to the first guy. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go and do something sexually scandalous," and that's what she did, and was like, "Yeah, I'm keeping a ring." So this is a whole hustle that women have now, except it comes to bite you in the anus, ladies. And some of you ladies really don't want to get bit like that. Let's listen to some more what this silly woman is saying.
And weaved your way into there, and try and do what you can to cheat, and then once you hit, you go. That's
Still not a
sexual
crime.
abuse.
That is not abuse. A man's job is to try to get the draws any way that he can. It is natural for a man to use any trick that he has up his sleeve in order to get in a woman's pants. And if he does it within the confines of the law, then it is not illegal. If you are a one, especially if the man puts something in your drink, he's going to jail. You catch him, he's going to jail. That's illegal. If the man buys you a drink and you don't get, all drunk and you agree to have sex with him, he's not going to jail. If a man buys you a couple drinks and you get drunk off your ass and then he leads you into some place and then takes the nana, then he's going to jail. Okay? That is coercion. Coercion, you have to force somebody and manipulate somebody in that fashion in order to have them do or not do something they would not usually do. That's coercion. Coercion is not, hey, I think we can date for a while, but, before we do that, I really want to try out the goods to make sure it's all good. And you're just like, okay, I'm with the program. You are two consenting adults. He did not coerce you. You did not do something that you did not want to do. Okay, so this stuff really pisses me off, and I'm glad I'm not in the dating scene because guys, when I was 30, I was trying. Oh my God, when I was 30, I was a terrible 30, 30, 31, all the way up until 40. Listen, if I had a girlfriend, I was trying to do her and her friend. I just loved sex. I love beautiful women. I just loved it. And I was surrounded by them. It was just crazy. I was just surrounded by freaks. It was so much fun to be with these, females. And I had a certain group that I was with. It was just so much fun to hang out with them and have sex and, do whatever you're going to do. But if something like this would have ever hit me, I would have been taking so many cold showers. And I'm glad now that I'm in my 50s, I'm not around any of those women. Because if I was that young and that in shape, eating like that and the whole nine, I was just in great shape. I was running a mile in under 5 minutes. Okay. I was ready to go all the time. It just didn't take me nothing. I couldn't with these new laws that these females got out, and the reason why these new laws and all this bull crap that they're making up is because it's really hitting them year after year that they are sorely they sorely outnumber men, and a man has a whole bunch of choices. Listen, ladies, you were the ones that said your body, your choice. You did that. You said that, ladies. My body, my choice. I can do it when I want, but my body. And you went ahead and said, if I take the white women, if I take one drink, I'm not responsible for what I do. So if you screw me, then, I'm taking all your money, and nonsense like that. So guys were just like, oh, okay. Yeah. Guys were like, oh, my bad. If I sleep with you, after you had one sip of wine, you're not responsible for your body. This is what women are saying. I'm not responsible for my body and my hormone. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. As much as you ladies love Pinot Grigio, as much as you ladies love sipping down Pinot, like, oh, and it don't get any sweet wine up in her. It's lights out. She's a ball of hormones. You know what I'm saying? It's, she's coming at you trying to get some. And then when it's all over, you had a good time. I had a good time. The next day, you're calling a lawyer. Wait, what? I'm sorry. What did I do? Next thing you know, the pace is at your door. What did I do? Yeah, she said you gave her a glass of wine. I did. Pinot Grigio. We had a good night. And yeah, you fed her some red snapper along with the slightly cut asparagus and the potatoes au gratin. Yeah, yeah, I did that. Yeah, and then she said you had a dessert that was a souffle, a very delicately and lightly fluffed souffle. Sir, did you do that? I did that, sir. I did. I did. I made it myself. Yeah, you're going to jail. Well, why? Because she said you also had sex with her, Mr. Sir. I did. We had a great time. Two consenting adults. It was great. Yeah, see, that's the problem. She's now claiming that you took advantage of her because she did have that wine. And the guy goes to jail, loses his job, loses thousands and millions of dollars. This is actually happening. And then these goofy women come out with more of this stuff. So guys are like, you know what, ladies? We're just going to hit it and quit it. We're going to set it and forget it. Or in most cases, you got the whole MGTOW movement where guys are not even dealing with women. So now you have more men that are off the market. Forget about the gay men. They're already done with you. They're like, psh, guys like having sex, so we're just going to go have sex with each other. A bunch of guys, boom. They're over there doing that. Okay? You can forget that. Then you got the transsexuals. Who knows what they're doing? They got their own thing going on. And now you got the whole MGTOW movement that is growing every second. You got guys like that. They're like, we're done with women. And there's a couple other sections in there too where men are just finished with women. They're tired of your crap. They're just sick of you. They're just sick of your stupidity and you making up stuff. They're just done with it. Oh, the few good women out there, I feel sorry for y'all. Men will ever be alone. Yeah, well, that's the plan. There's a few good women out there, and I feel bad for these ladies. I do. It's just bad. Women have limited power all the way up until your eggs are dry. Then you don't have that power no more. You can just about hear when that bell goes off too. Shoot. Don't say that. I left a girl. I left her ass. She tried to block the door so I wouldn't leave her. Yeah, you crazy as hell. Yeah, you try that. I left her ass, and we were both in our 30s. I was like, no, you're a hoe. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I told her, I said, I can't take it anymore. I'm trying to tell you, when all this female power, men have the power. It's called choice. We literally don't have to deal with you. Yeah, I left her ass standing. You're a man. You will always have a weakness for what we. I haven't been with a woman in a year. I am nowhere near weak. You always have a weakness for what we have. It's it's not the other way around. No matter who you leave, you're crazy as hell. See that you can use that on a younger man. You can't use that on a 50-year-old who's been to the show. You can't use that on somebody who's cried their eyes out, who's had women walk out on him, who's left his woman's house and then called back and she's got her ass in the air to somebody else, who's been cheated on multiple times, who's lost children. Listen, I've been to war and back, woman. You can't even possibly uh, uh, come to me with such a fallacy that to say that my limited thinking is based around my hormones. You child, you are a child. You're nowhere near the mental fortitude that I have. Listen, I can look out a porn and be just fine. And I do not have to do anything with you. And me being weak for you, listen, I got offered some ass recently and I didn't take it. I mean, literally right in front of me, 24 years old, and I was just like, I'm good. I'm not weak for any coochie. Out of here. Coochie has more problems than it's worth. There's no weakness here. Neither do we, stupid. No, no, you're the stupid one. You're a male. You need to be happy with whatever sex you get. Listen, I don't need to have sex, dumbass. I bet you're older. I don't need to have sex. Like I said, you're a man. You need whatever that we do. We have get a. I don't need to have sex. Every male species damn near does, and I don't know why human black men think they're so special. Well, it has nothing to do with special. You're weird. You're weird and you're uneducated. It has nothing to do with being special. It has to do with being mature. You don't listen. Either one or the other head is going to lead you in your life when it comes to a man. And when you decide that the head between your legs is not leading you, and the head on your shoulders is leading you, you'll cut out a lot of nonsense. You do not need to go and do anything. There are plenty of men who just don't have sex, and I'm one of them. I do not. Listen, nobody calls me. I'm not looking for anyone to call me. I do not venture to any place to pick up any woman. I am just fine on my own, and I've been like this for a long time. I have no need. If there's anything, it would be a want. Black men get mad when you tell them that. Watch him get mad. I'm not mad. I'm too educated to get mad. You're not even close to being is on my mature level for me to get mad at you. That's just a waste of time. No, it has to do with your email, and you have a has to do with my email, and you have a biological and send them to spread your seed around that I don't have, stupid. No, you're just a dumb. You're probably just a dumb black chick. Yeah, and whose spelling is just ridiculous. You can't even read half the stuff you're saying. Listen, my need to spread my seed. You don't have any kids, do you? you you're just gonna hide behind a computer and say all spout all kind of ridiculousness because you don't know any better. But that's fine. Uh, you know what I'm saying? You sound like an immature woman, nonetheless. And you sound like you done been hurt up. Somebody done, you probably had a neighborhood run through you a little bit, and now you're mad at all black men, the ones that never knew you. You sound like an ABW, angry black woman. That's what you sound like, and that's probably what you are. You know, stop thinking about yourself for a second. This is my channel. That's the purpose of the channel. Is that's going to be. I'm not even going to read what you're saying because you're. Anyway, you sound like an ABW. I don't know who you are, but good luck to you. Just because some guys dogged you out doesn't mean that every man is like that. And men, biologically, the purpose of men is to spread the seed, but men don't need to do it. There's just the difference. And obviously, you don't know that because you think our purpose is to go out and do something. So this is what we'll go out and do. No, men can just choose not to spread their seed. Like, no, I'm not going to do it because the women that are in my current surroundings are not worth me having a child with. Like, I'm not about to have a child with these women. No, I'm good. And there are millions, listen, there are millions and millions of men who, they're living at home happy without a woman, and they will not invite a woman nowhere into their abode because of how destructive women are. Now, not every woman is destructive, but there are a lot of destructive females who come with a lot of emotional baggage that's just unnecessary. It's not like they're not even worth, and it's like I said, it's not every female, but there's a lot of them who have these distorted thoughts on their body and what's fair and all this other stuff that guys are like, I just wanted to get a burger and come home and chill out with you, but I can't do that because for one, you're talking all the time and I don't know what you're talking about. You're flying off the handle about stuff that I don't even know what you're talking about. Uh, 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 if he marries you, it's a good chance you're going to divorce him because 51% of a divorce, that's a divorce rate now, and then 80% of that is women. I mean, what's the point? So the man loses everything. And listen, the man can't win in today's society. Divorce court is not made for the man. It's not. As a matter of fact, the whole penal system is not made for the man when it comes to going up against a woman. Listen, a woman can say anything right now, and the cops will come and arrest the man, and the man is guilty until proven innocent. Well, that stuff is starting to wear off because they realize that a bunch of you are making up lies. See, women, the things that you asked for, you were given. You asked for freedom in your body, fine. Now you run around with a thong up your rear end and you're going to the store like this. And then you want men to respect you, even though you walk around with your whole ass out. And you want men to have, so I have no respect for you. I have not one iota of respect for a woman walking around like that. Not one. A woman's not going to look at me and say, respect me. I'm going to say, you need to respect yourself before I respect you, and goodbye. That's it. You get nothing but Mr. Winky if you ask me. And if some guy is on you aggressively and you get away from me, no, he's trying to get what he sees. Guys are visual, so you have your ass all poked out. Well, guess what? A guy wants it. And that's all he's thinking about when he's talking to you. You think he wants to hear about your children or your mother or your job or how your day was? No, he wants some ass. If you're not going to give it to him, he's leaving. He's not obligated to stick around and talk to you. Listen, I don't want to talk to you. Just bend over and, when I'm done, I might say, I probably won't. Just bend over, And you're like, no. He's like, okay, bye. There's over 2 million more of you on, just when it comes to African American men. Okay, bye. But when you want to be a classy woman, when you want to be a woman that's worth talking to, when you want to present yourself like a classy woman, and a guy sees you, he's going to treat you with the class that you're treating yourself with. And then he's going to say, let me take you out. Let me show you this. Let me show you that. Let's do this. Let's go. And, it might be some stuff that you only want to do, but he's doing it because he actually likes you. He might say, let's go to a museum. I've done that. A woman wanted to go to the museum. I'm cool. I like art. Boom, let's go to the museum. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? It might not be something that's not so aggressive. Let's go to a ball game or something, whatever. It's something that the female wants to do. Let's do this. Fine, let's do it. So you women, if you don't present yourself like a beautiful woman, a classy woman, and you listen to all this feminist trash, then you're going to get treated like trash, and you're going to get left just like trash, and nobody cares. Nobody's feeling sorry for you because you walked around in a G-string downtown like it was nothing, and you thought it was cute. Well, it's not cute. And all these goofy girls encouraging you to do it, they're all single and stupid and getting ran through on a daily basis. They're all dumb because this is what they decided to do. They wanted to be loud, crass, ignorant, unhealthy, big mouths, start fights with each other, run around with other people's hair in their hair, just looking completely unkempt, with no sense of direction whatsoever. Kids looking like a damn mess. Your house looks like a damn mess. You have no sense of financial responsibility. You're just not even worth being in the vicinity of. You can't present this woman to anyone. She smokes, she drinks, she does everything. I mean, you might as well just date a whole damn man. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And they want to fight with you and yell at you at the top of their lungs and do all kind and flirt with your friends and all this other kind. Listen, one woman told me, she said, if you don't like us, just leave us alone. That's exactly what I did. I took her advice. I stepped out the whole game because it's just better that way. I'm an old-fashioned man. I love a sundress on a woman. What's wrong with that? A little sundress and some sandals and a nice little straw hat. What's wrong with looking like a lady? What's wrong with acting feminine? What's wrong with being sweet? What happened to it? What happened to being just a beautiful woman? No, that's not what you want to do. You want to literally wear the pants. You want to come in and talk crazy to a man until he goes upside your head. And he went upside, yeah, he punched you right in your face because you thought you was a man. How many videos have we seen where women are jumping in men's face and daring them to do something? And then when the man does something, it's all these women are, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, this is a grown woman. A grown woman who you can't give any advice to. And she jumped in some 6'4" bouncer's face, and he warned her several times, get out my face, and then she swings on him, and he cold cocks her, and you're like, oh, he should have never hit a woman. She should have never hit him. How about taking some good advice, ladies? Stop trying to fight men. How about that? Stop trying to fight men. Men are built to fight men. Okay? And all you women who are lifting weights and think, oh, I can knock a dude out. You can. You can knock a dude out until you don't. You can knock a guy out, sure. 100%. You can knock a particular guy out. Well, you try it out on some people and you're going to get your face beat in. See, you don't understand the laws of gravity until you're falling. You know what I'm saying? You just take it for it's casual to you until you're falling. You don't understand what pound for pound means until somebody who outweighs you and has more muscle mass and a 17-pound more muscle hand grip than you actually takes you and starts squeezing the life out of you. You don't understand, stuff stinks until, it's put right up under your nose. And then you want to go cry you're a woman after that. This is what you women are doing now. Oh, I'm a woman. No, you wasn't a woman 5 minutes ago. You was a whole mouth dude and swung on a man. And he hit you square between the eyes, bow, and knocked you down flat, knocked you out, and you're getting scraped off the ground by your friends. And then you want to go on social media and think we should be, I don't feel sorry for you because common sense left you somewhere. I don't know when. Common sense is leaving a lot of you goofy women. And you better wake up. You better wake up and start being women, start being ladies, start realizing how to be a lady, start looking up how to be a goddamn lady. Just take your time and be a lady. And a man will be a man. He'll be a gentleman towards you. Listen, stop listening to all this crazy music and talking about screwing each other and backstabbing each other and all this other trashy stuff you're letting into your house because your little, 2, 3-year-old daughter, she listens to the same music you do. Guess what's going to be happening to her soon? Yeah, the same thing you were doing, except it's going to happen to her 10 years earlier. So you started at 24, 14 years old. She's going to be doing exactly what you're doing. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. 14 years old, she's going to be in the streets on her knees in some alley with, 3 or 4 grown men that she doesn't know. And they didn't coerce her to be there. She thinks what she's doing is right according to the music you let in the house. She listened to the music. She's like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I'm not supposed to love anybody. Nobody's supposed to love me. I'm supposed to be promiscuous. Okay, fine. I hit puberty. I'm horny. Boom. I'm out the house. And the first guy she runs into is going to be a full-grown 35-year-old. Bang. And he's not going to be alone. And he's going to take full advantage of her. And she's going to come home with a belly full. Yeah, she's going to start having kids 15 years old. And then you're going to be upset because your little girl's out there doing whatever. Well, guess where she got it from? You and the terrible music that you listen to. Yeah, keep listening to Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. I don't cook, I don't clean. Okay, that's a lie. Cardi B cooks and cleans. It's a dang lie. Ask Megan where her husband is. Ask Megan Thee Stallion where her husband is. She's going to keep you single and stupid because all you want to do is go out and shake your behind. You women are goofy. You don't even realize the numbers are set against you. You don't even realize who your real enemy is. Your real enemy was never your man. Never. Was never the black man. The black man was never your enemy. But you made him that way. You made him that way. You and your stupidity and your gullibility, you made the black man that way. You made him violent towards you. You wanted him to be violent. You threw away his children. You aborted his children. You did that on purpose. You did that. Nobody forced you to do it. You did that. You made the black man dislike you. You made the black man come in the house angry. You did that. Because you don't know how to shut up. You made the black man that way. With all your back talk and sass and all this other goofy stuff. And now he's ultra aggressive towards you. All he thinks about is getting whatever he can from you and leaving you on the side of the road. And some of y'all think that I'm kidding. You need to look at some of the stories that I cover and see what they did to Angela Labate. Yeah. See what they did to that woman. They literally left her dead on the side of the road. Literally. Go look at that story. Happened a couple years ago. Just some stranger. Pretty woman too. Came, took her, boom. Did whatever he wanted, left her on the side of the road. No, you women got it all twisted. You got love all twisted. You love the wrong things. You love the wrong people. You love the people who hate you. That's who you love. You love the people who beat you down. You're not going to love him. If a man tells you he loves you, you look at him and you roll your eyes. Then you want to come in the house with all that toxicity instead of coming in the house with love. If a man buys you roses, you're going to rip them up and throw them in his face. That's what you do. You throw roses in a man's face who tells you. If a man sings to you, you think that he's some kind of punk. If he sings you a song, if he writes you a song, you think that he's weak. He isn't weak. He's romantic. You don't know what romantic is. You don't know what romantic is. Half of you are on OnlyFans, selling your body. The other half is on Instagram, barely wearing nothing. You're not worth anything. What are you going to show your husband? You showed everybody everything. What do you got left? What do you got left after you showed everybody everything? Huh? You have nothing. You have nothing to present to the man who's supposed to be with you for the rest of your life. There's nothing there. He can go online and see, and his homies can see everything that you have. You're not special to him. You're not special to anybody. All you're good for is sex. That's it. Lay there, shut up, and, I'm leaving. No, what this woman is talking about in coercion. No, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's getting what she's getting what she gave. You black women wanted an enemy. You thought that the black man was your enemy. You listened to the wrong people. The black man was never your enemy. But you treated him like your enemy. You got aggressive with him. Hell, most of you wear pants. You wear pants like a whole man. You wear pants and hoodie. You dress like a whole damn man. You look like a whole man. So when you get aggressive with a whole man and he slams you to the pavement and you're knocked out for the next week, then don't get mad at us. We think you're a man. When you have no femininity whatsoever. Or when you use your femininity to deceive us. We're supposed to have mercy on you. No, that isn't what happens. When you use your femininity to deceive us, it makes us even more angry. No, the man is not your enemy. The men who are doing you dirty and doing you wrong, you'll go down on them in a minute. The ass whoopers, you love an ass whooper, but when a great gentleman walks into your life, you would let that guy just go right by. Just because he's dressed like a regular, swag, he got, you know what I'm saying? He took his time to present himself to you. And he the whole night, like, this dude got it together. He ain't broke. He got his own whatever. You women do not want that guy. You want the guy who has been knocking your friends. That's what you want. You want the guy who's been bending over your friends, your aunt, and your mama all in the same day. You want to let that guy run in you. And all of you have kids with him. You think that's cute. Until you get older. And when you get older, you're just like, oh, man, I got, 3, 4 kids. I ain't got no dude. You ain't got no dude now. Where your dude at? Where you at? Huh? Where you dude at? Most of y'all ran your dude off. You cheated on him is what you did. You ran him off. Yeah. You was out catching nuts to the gangster. Yeah, the gangster. Yeah, that's who you wanted. Then your dude found out. And he closed your account. He took back the keys to the car that he bought you. Right? Right? In the clothes that he got you and your kids, he went ahead and returned them. Anything that he had on reserve and layaway, like that vacation that he reserved, he went ahead and canceled the vacation. He was going to take you and your nappy heads that aren't his kids. He's going to take all of you, all of you. He's like, yeah, we all going to the we all catching a flight. Oh no, he canceled that. Yeah, because you was taking his money and giving it to the hood dude. Yeah, he knew. He found out. He tracked his money because that's what a smart man does. They tracked their dough, and it was like $600 went to what? Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, cool. He's like, okay, and he just took his time and shut everything down slowly. And then when it finally hits you, when you can't use that card that he gave you, you gonna call him from your other dude's house talking about I can't use this card. Yeah, because I went ahead and shut that card down. Yeah, you was using it on Rollo, and your kids are at your mother's house, and all of your stuff is out of my house, and anything that I find that's of yours, I'll go ahead and UPS it to you to your mother's house, and you can go ahead and pick your kids up now from school because I'm not going to be doing it. Any of my family is not going to be picking up your kids and helping you out and saving you money for daycare and all that. We're not going to be doing all that. And the vehicle that you're driving, yeah, somebody's coming to get that right now. As a matter of fact, they should be right outside Rollo's house right now. And next thing you know, you hear the engine start and then they take off. You're stuck at Rollo's house. Good luck. This is who you wanted. Don't come crying to him. And this is what women are doing. They go, oh, no, we don't want to hear it. The good dude is not stupid. He's a good dude. God made him a good dude. He's a good man for a reason. He didn't come into your life just for you to ruin him and be a complete whore. This is not whore time. This is not, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this man and completely destroy him. No, you're going to destroy you. You're going to destroy you because your spirit is evil. That man's spirit is not going to be evil. He's just going to get rid of you. And the thing about it is, your kids liked him. And that's where it's going to hurt. When your son and your son and your daughter are going to be like, are we going back over Mr. So-and-so's house? Because that's what they think their home is. And the answer is absolutely not. He doesn't want to see you anymore. And he liked your kids. He was good to them. He was doing everything for them. This man working at UPS double shift. He was double shift at UPS, knocking it down, volunteering for double shift. But you thought because he was not in the house, you can go ahead and cheat on him. Wrong. He was out there making them dollars, saving up. He had a freaking mutual fund for both your children rolling, paying into it every time he got paid. Every week he was putting 300 in both of them. Bang! Knocking it down on the S&P. And you ain't know. You ain't know he was doing all that. And then he finally tells you, he's just like, yeah, I'm going to close your mutual fund. You don't even know what a mutual fund is. He's like, I'm going to go ahead and close your mutual fund, and I'm going to just take all that money and throw it into a Roth IRA. Bang, you have no idea what he just said because you're too damn stupid. You were too busy getting, the D in your mouth from somebody else. But let me explain to you what he just said. He was saving up money for your two children to never have to pay for college and to have their own apartment while they're in college and for them to also have a vehicle. He was knocking out every cost that they're going to have when they leave the house. When they're 18, he was knocking off every cost foreseeable by taking his hard-earned money, putting into a mutual fund, and then going ahead and then having that money roll over each year. So your 5 and your 6-year-old will have all the way up until the age of 18, which is roughly 15 years old or so, or 15 years or so, and the money that he was putting in every month was rolling over and getting 13% to 30%. Bang, 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 knocking it down. And if he would have kept that up, your kid would have came out just one of your kids would have came out with well over $60,000 in their account. That's $60,000 that's theirs. But you were too stupid turning your ass up and then talking to him on the phone thinking it was cute. See, you women are stupid. You don't know what's good and what's bad. It's like you're floating in space. You don't know what's up and down. You don't know what's up and down. You women don't know what's up and down. You're too busy listening to the wrong people. Most of the women out there are giving you bad advice. A man is made to guide you. You're getting your guidance from women. Hey, stop me when I'm wrong. I'm not even reading the comments because that girl pissed me off. She didn't make me mad. She just pissed me off because it just showed the ignorance that's out there. If I was mad, I would have just got off. But she just the senseless ignorance. And I bet I bet the first person she listens to on the radio, Cardi B. What has Cardi B ever said about being married? What song has she ever put out? Or Beyonce. Let's listen to Beyonce. Or Doja Cat. Take all the women who are in the top 5 and name me one of them that has talked about a healthy man in a song. Oh, I'll wait. None of them. They all make their money off of your misery. All of those women singing and all the stuff that they're talking about, not one of them is saying something that is going to lead you to a healthy relationship. Not one. Cardi B has filed for divorce twice. She's been cheated on. The same thing with Sean Carter and family. Jay-Z was cheating on Beyonce. And these are the people who you listen to. Or you watch the Kardashians. Well, they're getting divorced too. Megan Thee Stallion got shot in the foot by a guy who she was dating. Come on, tell me somebody who you're listening to, who's on the radio. Every morning you listen to that trash. You bring it home for your children to listen to. Name me one person who's talking about having a healthy relationship with a man. What song out there is talking about a healthy relationship? None. Not one of the top, probably not even the top 100. Ariana Grande, nope. She's talking about F you. Thank you, next. I'm so happy for my ex. You women are listening to toxic women. And you're being left alone. The man was never your enemy. But if I was a teenage girl learning what I'm seeing these women do and what they're going through now, and realizing that the deck is heavily stacked against me for being a wife, I would get on the ball right now. If I was a 15-year-old, I would be like, you know what, I'm gonna get on the ball. I'm going to learn how to be a wife. I'm going to cut out all this stupidity. And about time that I am eligible to be a wife, I'm going to seek me out a good-looking, handsome, stable, gent. I'm not going to let these guys run through me. They're not getting nothing. They're not getting no cookie, no nothing, but I'm cool with them. I'm cool. I go to the dances, but I'm not going anywhere with you after the dance. I'm going to be right up under my mother. I'm going right home. I'm cool. I'm not going to a hotel with you. What happened to that girl in Chicago? In Atlanta. Was it Atlanta? What happened to that girl in Atlanta? Her mother and father thought that she was going to a little get-together with a bunch of teens, right? They thought she was going to hang out with a bunch of other teens at this party, and what happened is those teens snuck off and went to a hotel. The last time she was seen, it was a TikTok video. When that TikTok video was over 15 minutes later, she was gone. One of those little boys blew her away. Gone. Just like that. And what happened to that other girl a couple years ago? Same thing, party at a hotel with a bunch of people. They put something in her drink, found her in the freezer. Yeah, 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 you women. You women don't know who your friends are. You want to listen to this goofy music and run off in the middle of nowhere thinking people love you. They don't. Listen, the people don't love you. They want what you got between your legs. And once they get it, they'll do whatever to you. They'll do whatever. You're listening to the wrong people. You really, really are. And you don't care. Yeah. Listen, a normal black man can't tell none of you nothing. A regular, degular guy can't tell you nothing. A guy riding the bus can't even look at you. Guy riding the bus can't tell you nothing. He could be full of wisdom. But because he's riding the bus, you look at him like he ain't nothing. No, he's a whole man. He could be a whole shield to you. Let somebody come in on the bus and act ignorant and slap the hell out of you. Yeah, you'll get up and swing on him, but if it's a whole man, guess what? You're going to lose. It's a good chance if that man had any strength about him and his intent is to hurt you, he's going to. You can get a few licks in, but if he really wants to hurt you, he's going to. And you know who you're going to wish helped you? The guy who's sitting there riding on the bus next to you. And you're going to be like, why didn't you help me? Because you treat me like I was nothing. I said hello to me, and you rolled your eyes at me. So I figured you didn't want to be bothered. That guy come in and slapped you. Shoot, I thought that was your boyfriend because that's what y'all like. So I didn't say anything. I just let you get beat up. Basically, you told me to mind my business, so I minded my business. Have a good evening with your black eye. I'm out. And you think that doesn't happen today? Yeah. You think that isn't happening right now? You're fooling yourself. Look at the news. They got a bunch of people, just marauders, men just running. Look at the girl. What happened to the girl in Chicago? There's a couple girls, this couple in Chicago. Young man was walking with his woman. Young couple, right? Young couple. And they was walking through a park, broad daylight. Well, there were 5 men who approached him, and they showed the guy a gun and told him to beat it. And they all took turns on the girl. Yo, there are people out there who have no love for you whatsoever. And they're going to treat you like a piece of crap. They're going to treat you like a complete dog. When you come across a good guy, you should be happy. You should be elated. But no, you want to treat him like he's nothing. You want to practically spit on the man who's going to work every day. He has an office job. You think that's corny. You're listening to these goofy women on social media telling you that they would, like whatever the girl's name is, said that she would never date a guy who has a regular job. And these goofy women are on there saying this. Like, do you understand the value of a 401k? You have no idea what that is. You need to look up what PERS is before you start crapping on a guy because he goes to a job every day. You need to look at listen, if that guy has a 401k, if that guy has a 401k, and he's been working on that job for at least 5 years, he has thousands and thousands of dollars that he's paid into the 401k. And the company has matched his stride dollar for dollar. Okay, I had a PERS. I worked for the state for 3 months. I got $500 out of my PERS. And I was making like $10 an hour. Imagine what they're doing now. These guys, listen, when I go on Indeed and look at what I could make right now, I could step out of here and work for a company and make $20, $25, $30 an hour. You can go on Indeed, right? Well, I have an education now, so that's different. I have a degree. But nonetheless, you can look at some of these companies right now, and I mean, if you're doing $25 an hour, and then you're paying into a 401k or you're paying into a PERS and they're matching you dollar for dollar, oh my God, you're getting so much money. Your savings is just ridiculous. You goofy women are throwing these good guys away. You're tossing them away like they're nothing. And these guys are out here banging. They're out here getting it. Look, I know one guy who's been working for the state for the longest. And you'd look at this guy and call him a cornball. This guy's a landlord. The state is just the one, it's just his primary. This guy has a second and a tertiary. This guy's making money hand over fist. But you would look at him and call him a complete cornball. I know another guy who's got apartments and houses all over the country. But when you look at this dude, you would think that he's a cornball. This guy's a millionaire many times over. I sell him refrigerators, so I know who he is. Listen, these people I'm talking about, they're not hypothetical people. I know these people because I do business with them. I do business with this one guy who just bought a house, cash, $350,000. Cash. Regular degular. Y'all, you women need to get a hold of a good man, and you need to be the queen that you're supposed to be. You need to learn how to be feminine. You need to learn how to shut your mouth. You need to learn what it's like to be. You know, you need to go to lady class. You need to spend a couple dollars, all this extra money you women got. You want to go down to Atlanta and party like a bunch of goofies, like a bunch of stupids. You need to take that extra money that you have and learn how to be a lady. There are plenty classes on femininity. You actually spend money and go to the class and learn how to be feminine. What do you think, Leonard? What do you think the aristocrats did? Some of you don't even know who aristocrats are. What do you think the aristocracies did? And the women who were sought to be in the aristocracy, what do you think that they did? They went to lady class. They taught their daughters at a very, very young age how to be a lady. And they taught them how to be wives. And then they presented them, they marched them right there in front of possible suitors who were usually 15 years older than they were. That's what they did. They taught them how to be a woman. So when they came of marrying age, not of sexual, of marrying age, when they came of marrying age, they were presented to an aristocrat. They were presented to a head of state. They were presented to a landowner. They were presented to a man who owned so much property, or he was a head in industry. They were presented to these men. And these men would pick the one that they wanted, according to what the mother was saying. See, you ladies don't know how to be ladies because you think that being feminine is a bad thing. You think that being a whole lady is bad. You want to dress up like a dude. You want to date women who look... You women are dating other women who look like dudes. I mean, I don't know how backwards that is. Yeah. What are you getting out of that? That's about as unnatural as it's gonna... What are you getting out of that? I mean, it's so unnatural. It's backwards. You're going backwards. Like, what is this? What are you doing? What are you two doing? You're walking in church like that. I don't know what house of God you're walking in doing that, but trust me, you're not reading the Bible doing that. You're not reading no part of the Bible if you walking in with another woman around your arms trying to get married to her. Two women trying to get married. You are not reading the Bible. You know, transsexuals, you know, and all that. Nope, you guys are not reading the Bible. Two men, you're not reading the Bible. You don't care what the Bible says. You think the Bible was written by some goofy guy, and let's just throw the whole damn thing away. That's what you think. You women better get your head on right, because you're losing, black woman. White women are built. They're going to the gym. Hispanic women are cooking up a damn storm. Heck, you even got Asian women in on the game. Okay? You got Asian women who trying to come at the brothers now. It's ridiculous. You black women are losing. You were suckered. You were bamboozled. Plymouth Rock landed on you and made you think that it's okay to hate your own kind. You know how many women used to call me blackie and dark and all this stuff, that all these hateful names just to make me mad, and they were just as dark skinned as me. Ew, you black. Tramp, what are you? You're just as black as me. Your mama's darker than I am. You dark as me, but I'm black. And they love light skin. Ooh, light skin. Women call me names because of my skin color. You hate your own reflection. You women hate your own reflection, and then you go out here and you let men do whatever to you. You let them treat you any old kind of way because you hate yourself. You let them run trains on you because you hate yourself. You do. You think you're not worth anything. And if somebody tells you you're worth something, you want to spit on that guy. Somebody shows you love, literally shows you love. You don't know how to be loved. You turn around and treat love with hate. You will fight the guy who loves you. You will be like, yo, let's get it. Don't ever tell me you love me again. Y'all know how y'all fight like this, no form whatsoever. You will fight the guy who loves you, shorty. You know, I just love you, shorty. You'd be like, ah, ah, and run off with a guy and then make a baby with him, and then that guy won't have nothing to do with you, and you'll still be chasing the same knucklehead that you had a baby with. Instead of loving this regular degular, just a smooth, regular everyday dude, that cool as he want to be. Ain't nothing corny about him. He can hate. Press him. Let one of your hood friends press him. See if they don't catch two to the jaw. Regular degulars can fight. They just don't want to fight you. He can do anything the hood dude can do. He just decides, there's a time and a place. I don't need to act tough. They can play ball. They can give you the D, the whole nine. They're not wrong. They're athletic. They're just regular dudes. Y'all will throw a regular degular away. Good dude. Family is running around with senators. Y'all throw that dude away. Y'all throw him away. Y'all call him corny. I don't get you, women. I don't get y'all whatsoever. But you know what? That's the life you want to live. And go ahead. But it's going to catch up to you in time. And when it does catch up to you, it's all your fault. Listen, when I listen to some of these videos and these women calling, complaining that they can't find a guy, every single one of them had a chance at a good guy in their prime. When you start listening to the video and start getting down to it, every single one of those women had a good guy and ditched him. Some of them even had babies by them and got bored and ditched him. And now they're 35 and they want some sympathy. I have no sympathy for you. I hope you die alone. I have not one iota, not a tinge, not a smidgen of sympathy for you. I have nothing for you because you broke a man's heart and wanted to be a hoe when this man wanted to take you to the stars. You broke him and you laughed about it. You thought it was funny. You dusted that guy off and ditched him. And he had everything going for him. No, I have no love for you. Not one bit. I know you guys have wrote a lot of comments, but I was just chilling. Yeah. But yeah. So women, stop running. Stop throwing away good men. Just stop. Because that spirit stays with you. And next thing you know, 20 years have passed. It does. 20 years pass. I mean, you're 14, 15. There's a regular degular around you somewhere. He probably play ball. He probably hoop. You know what I'm saying? He probably, the square. He probably know the square root of you know what I'm saying? He can probably hit you with a square root. He probably got a TX30 calculator somewhere. He regular dude though. He probably gonna be an accountant. There's nothing sexy about being an accountant, but he know his numbers. You know what I'm saying? He know the market. He knows the housing market. He knows the stock market. You know what I'm saying? He 15. He regular degular. So what? He gonna be an accountant. No big deal. You gonna have kids by a guy who is an accountant. It's just nothing. It's just not gonna be sexy. He's not gonna be accountant for Al Capone. He's just gonna be a regular dude. He's gonna go to work. He's gonna own his own firm. He's gonna make a hell of a lot of money. And you guys are gonna own a nice ass house in a nice suburban area. And you might own a damn boat, you know, might own a pontoon. You're gonna go on vacation in Mount Airy. I mean, so what? You're gonna have a good life. Your kids are gonna come out smart. Your little girl is gonna end up being some kind of analyst for whoever. She's gonna be really good with numbers. And your little boy, he's gonna be a little accountant, or hell, he might take it to the next level and decide to be something else with his numbers. Try to work for SpaceX or something. There's nothing wrong with being regular, ladies. Stop throwing away your virginity. Stop hating yourselves. Stop it. Stop letting anybody knock you off. Stop it. Look in the mirror. I'm going to tell you something. When enough people tell you something and they beat you down, you start to believe it. I've been a victim of that. Constantly losing my job, just getting fired. People would only hire me as a temporary because, they're intimidated by me. I'm 6'2". I'm not a small person. All right. People being intimidated by me. And, at one time, it just got to me. And, it just hurt me so bad because I kept losing my jobs. And I'm just like, what am I doing? And, it took me a long time to recover because my mental was messed up because I had this picturesque life in my head. I wanted, you know what I'm saying? I wanted the wife. I wanted to able to afford 2 kids. I wanted to send those kids to college. I wanted to be the working suit and tie guy. I had so much pride in my head built into rocking a nice tie, working downtown, knocking them down. You know what I'm saying? My woman looked good, my kids looked good, whole family. I had this whole thing in my head, and I could have had that, but the way I was going at getting it, I was fooling myself. These people kept telling me they didn't want me working in these buildings. Regardless of how good I was, regardless of anything that I did, I kept getting the same thing. And I didn't start prospering until I started doing my own thing. And now I'm a lot more comfortable than I ever been. I'm in charge of whatever I do. I do not have to get up at 3 in the morning anymore. But I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't mind getting up at 3 in the morning, being at work at 5, or being picking people up at 5, being at work at 6, knocking down a whole shift at Honda. I didn't mind it at all. I loved it. Okay? But I no longer have to do that. I don't have to. I don't have to. I do what I want to do. If I want to go somewhere, I go. I want to get in my car and drive around the country. I can get in my car and drive around the country. Nobody tells me when to get up. Nobody tells me when to get to bed. Nobody tells me when to go on vacation. Nobody tells me nothing. If I want to move, I can move. I can do what I want to do. No chains on me. I'm just saying, your destiny is being controlled. And if it's not working for you, the control that they're using on you, then you need to take control of your destiny. If the men and the women around you are telling you the same thing and are doing the same thing to you and constantly mistreating you, you're constantly not getting anywhere with your relationships, then you need to let those relationships go and then find a better relationship. And you need to change something about you. You need to change something in you. There's something in you that's causing you to run into the same bad relationship. The same type of guy doing the same thing. You have to change that. And if you don't change it, nothing will. And you're running out of time. Listen, you're not going to rewind back the clock. Nobody can. You're running out of time. And if you got kids, your kids are watching you. Stop throwing away regular dudes. Learn how to be a woman, how to be a 100% lady. Learn how to be sweet. Get yourself a cookbook. You guys can't even make rolls. You don't even know how to make bread. You don't know how to make bread. How do you make bread? Do you know how much yeast to use? You know how to set bread out and so it rises? Do you know the temperature to cook it at? You don't know the difference between butter and margarine. You guys don't know these things. You don't know. Can't oil a pan to save your life. You don't know how to make bread. Fresh bread. Not go out and buy it. How do you make fresh bread? You don't know. 10 to 1 says the majority of you never made fresh bread. Can't cook lasagna, can't cook nothing. You're gonna die alone. It's your fault. You could have a whole wonderful family. When I die alone in a hospice. Listen, I don't mind dying alone in a hospice. You act like that's a bad thing. What you just told me is I'm going to reach old age. Thank you. That's a compliment. I'm going to reach an age where I'm going to be in a hospice, meaning I'm going to need help to get around. So that puts me at 90, 80, 90. I appreciate that. Because see, I'm 53 right now. I move around just fine. So at 90 years old, if I'm in a hospice and I die there, that's kind of all right. I'll take that. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I wouldn't feel sorry for me either. Yeah, hospice is fine with me. Thank you. Thank you for the optimism. That's a good outlook for me, actually. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. As a matter of fact, that's where most old people go and live out the rest of their life, isn't it? In a hospice. Huh? And and the thing about that is, are those people are alone? See, when you go to a hospice, you're going there and you're in the company of other people. So being alone in a hospice kind of is, it's a good chance that's not true. As a matter of fact, when coronavirus came out, they found out that it affected most older people. So they wanted to protect people in hospices because they knew that the people were in close proximity of each other, meaning they were not alone. So I don't understand what you're trying to convey there. Once again, you are not very smart, but thank you anyway for the compliment. You know what I mean? I don't mind going out this world when I'm 90 or 100. Yeah, that's okay with me. Anyways, you guys have a great evening.